Joe Thomas is here. Jupiter Joe. How you doing, Joe?
I'm great. Love it.
I was just thinking, because we talk about annuities so much, and I've mentioned this to you before, but I don't know what the answer is. When I remember that when I was younger, I'd go to the bank, and there would be usually senior citizens lined up to buy CDs.
Right.
What's a CD and how's it different from an annuity?
So a certificate of deposit is a bank instrument that can only be issued by a bank, basically. And in the old days, the reason the seniors were lined up is they were getting free toasters.
Okay, yes.
Or a free toaster.
Yes, I remember those. Yes.
Yeah. So today...
That tells you how good the product is, that they're giving away free toasters to buy it, right?
toaster to incent people to get in there. But anyway, now today, these insurance companies have annuities that work just like a CD. 3 years fixed, 5.25%. 5 years fixed, 5.25%.
Yeah.
5.5%. Excuse me. The problem right now, though, is that the banks are giving teaser rates. They'll give you a 6-month rate, and then after 6 months, it either goes to 0 or 1%. So you got to be careful of that.
You know what it's like? It's. I don't. If we have any of these, dump me on the air, Mike. It's like the car ads you hear on the radio, where they, you can get the car with the great deal, and then there's the guy at the end talking so fast you can't hear the rest.
$199 a month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't hear me doing those.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that kind of thing.
My whole career, I found that the most important thing when I talk to a client is disclosure. We disclose. The more disclosure, the more you know. I was coming in here thinking about this, and I said, why would people wait their whole lives to review their money?
Yeah.
This is your money. This is the most important asset you have in your life, your retirement, your 401k, your money in the bank. Get a second opinion on it. Don't wait your whole life and go, you know what? I should have got a second opinion. This guy's done terrible for me.
These apps, are you kidding me?
Right?
I mean, my wife, we had a financial advisor once, that like, oh, it was just terrible. But they hide from you. You're doing your transactions with the assistant.
Yep.
But the thing about the CDs kind of reminds me of and I know these are still around too, but they're not as popular as used to be bonds. And people like bonds because the money's safe, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have what you got with an annuity. Your money's safe with an annuity, but you got the revenue stream.
Exactly. The income stream is what it's all about. We've talked about rich people, poor people, middle-class people. Most people in America need income.
Yeah.
And when you retire, if you don't have a fixed income, it's going to be a tough road ahead.
And if I'm 65, what's a 30-year bond going to do for me, or a 20-year bond? I'll be dead, right? By the time it's matured.
So brokers do that. Sometimes they'll have a 70 or 80-year-old come in and they'll sell them a 30 or 40-year bond.
Get out of town.
I swear to God.
How can that even be legal?
Well, here's what's worse. When the father or mother passes away, the kids have to sell the bond on the secondary market, which means they get 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh, my goodness.
So mom or dad bought this 30-year bond. They die in 5 years. They have to sell it for 50 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
So they invested 100, they're going to get 50,000 back.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Isn't that something?
People just don't know, Brian. That's what the whole thing about this show, information and education. Provide people with information and education so they can make their own decisions about
That's
their
right.
money.
Well, listen, call Joe Thomas. You offer free consultations, which you can do on the phone, you can do in person, and all that stuff. But what's going to happen, what I found, because I always thought that an annuity was just an annuity. I didn't realize I don't know how many different types of annuities, but every time you're here, I learn about a new one. So Joe Thomas will put together a custom proposal for you based on your situation, however much money you want to invest in annuities and what you want the annuity for. Give him a call. It's a no-charge consultation, 561-743-0999. 561-743-0999. And you can also find his number online at jupiterjoe.com. That's jupiterjoe.com. All right, Joe, we'll talk soon. All right, take care.